Hi there, folks. Well, this is Sherry Schreiber of GettingBetter.com, if you didn't know that by now. And if you wish to subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit the little bell icon after you hit the subscribe icon, because that way you'll be notified of new videos that I post. But today I want to talk about rejection. Rejection, it hurts a lot. I alerted my Twitter followers, I think it was yesterday, that I wanted to speak to this issue called rejection. And again, it's painful when we're rejected. But what I've come to understand over the course of many, many, many years, coming to fully accept myself and like myself and approve of myself, and I've worked very, very hard at that, I realize that these days, rejection from somebody doesn't go to a deep and painful place in me. It's disappointing more than anything. Let's say I'm at a social function and I talk to people. I'm thinking specifically women, and I feel like I want to make their acquaintance. I want to get to know them better. I ask for their phone number. I want to cultivate and explore a friendship there, and wow. I'll call maybe the next day or 2 days later and leave a lovely voicemail and say how wonderful it was meeting them, and invite them to call me back, and I never hear from them. Maybe some of you have experienced this. Now, I'm kind of I wouldn't say I'm a hermit type, but I can be reclusive. I really enjoy my own company. I don't need to spend a lot of time around other humans. I enjoy hanging out with myself, entertaining myself, being with my animals, and I don't have the need for a lot of friendships. But when I meet someone and I make a nice connection with them, I've begun to realize that a lot of what people engage in is social novelty. So maybe they've gotten up for this party, maybe they weren't in such a party mood, but they've geared themselves up for this party, this event, and they're their best self that they brought to this party, and they've kind of been feeding off other people's energy while they're there, and their mood shifts for them, and maybe they feel more sociable, or what's the word I want? I can't think of it right now, but gregarious. Okay. When I'm out socially, I'm often in a gregarious mood. I enjoy interacting with others, and maybe others enjoy interacting with me, but it's seldom I will ever hear back from one of those people that I take an interest in and want to explore friendship with. Now, I could personalize this. I could say, oh, there's something wrong with me. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not bright enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not thin enough. But I've come to know it ain't about that. It ain't about me. Oftentimes when I've given my business card to someone who asks for my number, a male person, I know I'm not going to hear from that guy. I know that he's going to go to my website. My business card says gettingbetter.com on it. He's going to go exploring to see what I'm all about before he makes that first call. And this is how I have for many years separated the men from the boys, because most men who land on my website are going to go, oh, fuck. I'm not going to be able to get away with anything with this woman. She's going to see right through me. So maybe that spills over into potential friendships with females as well. I'm not sure. Maybe the people who don't call you back have insecurities. They feel inadequate. Maybe they don't think that they can swim in your waters. Your waters are too deep for them. Maybe they don't think they'll measure up. And I've spoken to women about this, I think in a past video. Don't presume that if you give your number to a man and he doesn't call you, it's because he finds you lacking. Most of the time, it's because he knows he's lacking. So it ain't about you. Most of the time, it ain't about you. So if you have a tendency to personalize when someone doesn't phone you back or they don't follow up with exploring a friendship with you, well, you're kind of screwed up. I mean, you're going to experience a lot of disappointment in your life. It's pretty fucked that it's so difficult to actually make a genuine and intimate connection with somebody. It's just fucked up, in my opinion. I've worked really hard for a lot of decades to come to be fully self-accepting with all my warts and flaws and shortcomings, and I've got plenty of them. But if, I've gotten to a place where I really admire and respect myself, the woman that I've become, the human that I've become. My goodness, I mean, I was really insecure in my 20s and 30s. If somebody doesn't like me, it's their prerogative, I don't personalize it. I've gotten hate mail from borderlines for years now. A lot of you know about this because I've included those letters in my forums. It doesn't bother me. It rolls off my back like water off a duck. I know who the hell I am, and I know who the hell I'm not. So if I don't reject me for what I know are my maybe shortcomings, my characteristics that aren't as favorable perhaps as some of the other ones, then it's not going to bother me nearly as much if somebody else rejects me. I'll be disappointed. I'll feel disappointment. But I won't go to that place of despair about it. Also, let's speak to friendships. You're cultivating a friendship with somebody. Maybe you've known somebody for years, and all of a sudden they're acting distant. They're not picking up on your invitations to them to get together. Some people have mood disorders. They don't want to come out from under their rock unless they're feeling okay about themselves. I've had this happen in relationships with colleagues, and it's very disconcerting. I had a friendship with a gal who lives on my street. Lovely gal. I really, really liked her. I saw that she probably had maternal attachment issues. And that was a little bit of a red flag for me, maybe a pink flag. And I thought, how close can I get to this gal? How comfortable will she be with maintaining a friendship with me and allowing that to grow? And sure enough, she acted out one day. And I felt a lot of disappointment. I'd really grown fond of her. But what are you going to do with somebody who has attachment issues? Certainly dating them doesn't work. Forming intimate relationship bonds in context of friendship doesn't work, because when they start feeling a little too close to you, or they feel that you're feeling a little too close to them, they have to throw a monkey wrench into the works. They can't tolerate it. And you'll run up against this a lot with people who have borderline traits. A lot. And I certainly have in my life. Girlfriends / colleagues who really had severe borderline personality traits. We'd get together, things would be all warm and fuzzy and wonderful, and we'd be sharing so much, and then right after that event, I'd feel them distance, back off, pick a fight. What are you going to do? Like Tony Soprano said in The Sopranos, what are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? The point I'm trying to make is, it's not about you. 98% of the time, it's not about you. If you do a quick internal scan and you say, what did I say or do to cause this person to distance, or to break up with me, or to drop me on my head, and you can't find anything within about 60 seconds, okay, that stands out for you as a good, solid reason why they might be stepping back from you and not giving you a chance to make amends, apologize, talk it through, whatever, it ain't about you. It's just not. Borderline will walk away from you out of the clear blue. Everything's wonderful and fine and close and connected, and all of a sudden they start backpedaling in the relationship. You don't know why the fuck that's happening, but it's happening, and it feels like shit. So you immediately go to, what's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? Don't do that, because 98% of the time it has nothing to do with you. It's that they have attachment fears. Borderlines aren't afraid of abandonment, like I've said in other videos, like I've said online, like I'll be writing about in upcoming books that I publish. Borderlines are not afraid of abandonment. Abandonment comes naturally to them. They've been abandoned since they were newborns, emotionally. Borderlines fear attachment. They fear that if they let themselves feel really close to you, it brings up emotional need in them. I need you emotionally. If I'm going to bond with you, you have importance, you have meaning to me, and I can't let that happen. Because if I allow myself to be that vulnerable and bond with you, at some point you might see how despicably I see myself and reject me for that. Social novelty. You meet people in a social setting, they're up for the party. You know, all their engines are firing at once. They got a little inebriated, they got a little wine in them or whatever. You make a nice solid connection, or you think you do. And then that falls flat. It's dead in the water when you follow through. I think Californians are especially flaky this way. I think people on the East Coast, when they say, hey, I'm going to call you, they mean it. But what do I know? I was born and raised out here in the land of flakiness. La La Land. So learn to accept the disappointment. Be sad that that person has no interest in following through, even though they acted like they did initially. And don't fucking make it about you. Yes, you'll be sad at the loss. Yes, you'll feel disappointment. Yes, you'll be licking your wounds for a few days or a week. But don't shame yourself. This is not about you. This is about that flaky other person who merely wanted some social novelty. They could get excited in the moment about talking with you because you're so lovely and you're so nice and you're so bright and you took an interest in them. But they really don't want anything beyond that. Remember this, it ain't about you. Thanks for listening. Remember to hit your subscription button, please, if you like my videos. And hit the little bell icon that will allow you to receive notifications from me and my channel every time I upload a new video. Okay? So God bless. Take yourself down off the cross. Don't make rejection about you. It ain't about you. And be good to yourself first. And bye for now.